What is poppin', Sports Galaxy fans? Today we're going to be doing our 2021 NFL mock draft. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below anything you would change once we show you our picks right here. Starting off with picks number 1 through 8, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars as the projected number 1 pick, taking quarterback Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. A very mobile, agile quarterback, obviously national champion, 15-0 in his freshman year. He's the favorite for the Heisman currently this season, and if I had to bet on somebody to win, it would definitely be him. Number 2, the Cincinnati Bengals, my favorite team. I'm having them take Penei Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon. Obviously, he did an amazing job protecting Justin Herbert last season, and he's going to do a great job this season at Oregon again. He's the highest-ranked tackle in the draft, and he'll fit in perfectly with the Bengals. The Bengals did take Jonah Williams out of Alabama in 2018 at pick number 11, but the Bengals definitely still need some protection for Joe Burrow. Moving on to number 3, the Washington Redskins select offensive tackle Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. This is a bit of a stretch at the number 3 pick. He's projected to go around usually top 10, top 15, but number 3 is definitely a reach. But the Redskins, we don't have any trades in this, but they would probably trade down here to take Leatherwood or whatever tackle they like. But tackle is 1,000% their biggest need. After trading Trent Williams, and they really didn't have a left tackle the entirety of last season. Hopefully they can trade down from this number 3 spot to get more value. Now number 4, the Carolina Panthers, projected number 4th pick, taking defensive end Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. Best pass rusher in the draft, 300 pounds, absolute beast. Not quite 300 pounds, but he's one of the bigger pass rushers we've seen in the last 5-ish years. Since Aaron Donald in 2013. So, obviously, best pass rusher in the draft goes to a team that needs a pass rusher and a team that's going to be looking for a new leader for their defense after Luke Kuechly left. Now, number 5, wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase, the new slot receiver for the Dolphins. Albert Wilson, he didn't really play well last year, and Jakeem Grant is another receiver for them. And Devontae Parker, obviously their wide receiver 1. He broke out last season, and I expect him to have another great season here. But Ja'Marr Chase will definitely help take some pressure off Devontae Parker. So, out of LSU, Ja'Marr Chase goes to the Dolphins. Now, number 6, a team that desperately needs corners. The Jets, they take the best corner in the draft, in my opinion. And I'm an Ohio State fan. I think this guy, Patrick Surtain, is better than Shaun Wade. Patrick Surtain's a pretty tall corner, and he's rack up stats, rack up tackles. He's definitely the best corner in the draft. Now at number 7, linebacker Micah Parsons out of Penn State goes to the New York Giants, who desperately need to improve their linebacker core, and they can do that here with their projected number 7th pick. Their offense is very, very good, especially after taking Andrew Thomas to improve it last season. They have one of the most underrated offenses in the league, in my opinion. And now they have to improve the defensive side of the ball. Now, number 8, the Detroit Lions. Hopefully they'll have moved on by Matthew Stafford by this point, because they're just going to be wasting the rest of his career. And they're just going to be wasting their time trying to maybe win 5 games next season. So hopefully they can get some value out of Stafford, because I think he's a free agent, or he's just going to demand a trade. So hopefully they can get value out of him as soon as possible. And they're going to take Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. He's second in Heisman odds this year, and he's a good chance of winning it, but I think it's going to be Lawrence, but you never know. Now, number 9, defensive end Xavier Thomas out of Clemson. This guy is rated super low, but I really like him. He's huge, he's really mobile, and he racked up the sacks at Clemson last year as a sophomore, and now going into his junior season, he's going to be great. Now, number 10, the Raiders select my favorite quarterback in the class, quarterback Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. He had 1,100 rushing yards last year and 28 touchdowns. Now, originally, we had him going number 1 in our last mock draft, but you guys let us know in the comments below that you did not like that selection, so we changed it up for you, and we have him going number 10 now. Now, number 11, the Patriots taking receiver Jalen Waddle at the projected 11th pick. Jalen Waddle out of Alabama. That Alabama receiving core is absolutely sensational. Ruggs, Judy, Devonta Smith, Waddle, it's just absolutely nuts. And Waddle's definitely a first-round guy, and he's going to the Patriots to take some pressure off Julian Edelman. Now, number 12, linebacker Dylan Moses out of Alabama. Best linebacker in the class, obviously. And the Broncos need either a corner or a linebacker here, and we're going to have them take a linebacker because they can probably get – this is a very deep cornerback class, and they can definitely get a good corner in the second round. And moving on to number 13, defensive end Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest. Another great pass rusher, another guy who's ranked really low. I don't see why all these pass rushers are ranked super low this year. And if the Falcons play their cards right, they should tank, and they should take a top. They should try to get Rousseau or Xavier Thomas. Either one's good, because there's a pretty big drop off in my opinion from Xavier Thomas to Basham. But Basham's still an incredible talent, and we'll see what the Falcons end up doing this season. Hopefully, for their sake, they tank, because they probably won't make the playoffs even if they try. Now, number 14, the Arizona Cardinals select cornerback Shaun Wade. Patrick Peterson's been great, but it's probably time to move on, and he definitely needs some help. That secondary definitely needs some help. Budda Baker, he was a great draft pick 3 years ago, but their front seven is incredible, especially with the acquisition of Isaiah Simmons last season, in last draft, and now Shaun Wade will add to that defense that's already very good, and then they'll have an extremely good, complete team. Taking Shaun Wade here. Now, number 15, the Bears select their Mitchell Trubisky replacement with Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. The Bears, they definitely should take a quarterback here. Originally, we had them taking a tackle. You told us that they need a quarterback, and we changed it. Brock Purdy goes to the Bears. And number 16, the Browns, they definitely just want more protection for Baker Mayfield. They take offensive tackle Walker Little out of Stanford. Great pick there. More protection for Baker's 1,000% going to help. And I think Baker's going to surprise a lot of people next year. I really do. And I'm definitely taking Odell in fantasy in 4th round. Moving on to number 17, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have this pick. They take safety Caden Stearns out of Texas. My favorite safety in the draft. He's not ranked the highest. It's actually Richard LeCounte. I've seen in a lot of mocks. But I think Caden Stearns is the best. And I think he's going to prove himself. So I predict him to go the first safety off the board to be Caden Stearns. Now, number 18, the Minnesota Vikings. Pass rushing defensive tackle out of Florida State goes to the Vikings. Obviously, he's a monster. He's very, very similar to Javon Kinlaw, who went to the Niners in last year's draft. They're almost a perfect match, except Marvin Wilson's a little heavier and a little quicker. So that just shows you how deep this class is. Somebody who went 13th and was predicted to go higher is now going 18th. A better version of him is going 18th. So this class is very good. And the Vikings improve immensely with this pick. Now, number 19, tight end Pat Freiermuth out of Penn State. He's going to carry Penn State this year. He is my favorite tight end, if you couldn't tell by me putting him at number 19. He is by far my favorite tight end in this class. He's an absolute beast. I want you guys to watch that Ohio State game. Against those Ohio State linebackers, he was just having a field day. And over the course of the whole season, he was having a field day. He could definitely be He can definitely be Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, but we'll just have to wait and see. Number 20, the Buccaneers select running back Travis Etienne out of Clemson. Best running back in the class, goes to the only team in the first round that really needs a running back. Makes sense here. Number 21, wide receiver Devonta Smith. He fits in very well with the Titans scheme, so he goes here. He's definitely not the best receiver available. I'd probably say that it's Justin Ross, but he fits better with the Titans, so he goes here. Number 22, a raw tackle, Samuel Cosme out of Texas, goes to the Bills. He's a very good player, but he might not really fit what the Bills are trying to do right now, but you can't really pass up on a talent like that if you're the Buffalo Bills. So they take Cosme here at 22. Number 23, the worst secondary in the league, Philadelphia Eagles. They take safety Richard LeCounte out of Georgia. Very good player. He's ranked as the highest safety, as I already said before, in a lot of mock drafts. And he goes number 23 here. Now, number 24, offensive tackle Liam Eichenberg, the most NFL-ready tackle in the draft, in my opinion. Now, the projected 25th pick, quarterback Tanner Morgan, one of my favorite quarterbacks in this class, very agile, and he has a huge arm. He's going to have a great season in Big Ten play this year, and I really like him. Number 26, the Chargers. Offensive lineman Creed Humphrey out of Oklahoma goes at number 26 to the Chargers, who definitely needs some more O-line help. Creed Humphrey, I've seen him projected going top 10 in a lot of mock drafts, and he slips far for us just because not a lot of teams have bigger team needs than interior O-linemen. So unfortunately for him, he falls to 26, but he's 100% a first-round talent. Now, number 27, the Dallas Cowboys, they take cornerback Israel Mukuamu out of South Carolina, the best cornerback available at this point. They lost Byron Jones, so obviously this is a good fit. He's a smaller tackle, but he's very quick, and he's definitely going to be a decent slot corner for the Cowboys. Now, number 28, hopefully the Packers finally take a receiver. They take Justin Ross out of Clemson. He fits well with their scheme, and hopefully he can take pressure off Devontae Adams. And number 29, cornerback Paulson Adebo. out of Stanford. He's going to take Witherspoon's spot, who definitely struggled, especially in that divisional round game against the Vikings. He struggled immensely, and Adebo will take some pressure off him and probably take his starting role eventually. Now, number 30, defensive end Quincy Roach out of Miami goes to the Baltimore Ravens, our projected 30th pick. They definitely need a little help on the pass rush, and the Ravens overall are a great team, and this is their only flaw, and they can just keep plugging some minor holes and improving their roster. Now, number 31, Tyson Campbell, cornerback out of Georgia, goes to the Saints. They lost Eli Apple, so they definitely need secondary help, and Tyson Campbell fits well with them. And now this is a meme, number 32, quarterback Derek King out of Miami, goes to the Chiefs. He's a very fun, agile, mobile quarterback, very good at throwing on the run, kind of like Mahomes, but shorter, and he's a lot of fun, but obviously this is not a serious pick. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let us know anything you changed in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Peace out.